machine is it does cruise along nicely at low speed. There are advantages to not having a tuned engine. This has only got a 7.5 to 1 compression ratio, which was standard on the Golden Flash, and it means it's just that little bit easier to kick over. The van coming in the distance. He won't stop, you wait. There you go, look. Flat out. Oh God, lots of diesel fumes from him. I bet that van never passed the MOT. It's a lovely orchard behind that stone wall, but the whole lot looks completely dead. I wonder what's going on. Look at them, no leaves. I'd have thought it was a bit early to have lost all their leaves, but don't really see things happening in that respect until October. Yeah, we're still only doing 26, 27. And that's okay. Here we are in Nympsfield. The road starts to get a bit dicey again in a minute. Here we are, very dodgy road this. No one coming the other way. Nope, that's okay then. God, look at this bit of road, it's awful. No one behind. All clear. Oh, American flag. Oh, I missed that great lump of clag in the road looking at the flag. There are those railway carriages again. When I was a kid, that was the sort of railway carriage you saw behind a steam train. Oh, there's a sign for Skiddy. Oh, maybe there's a road work. Wherever you get a queue of cars, generally there's a road work. And quite a long road work, I reckon. A bit difficult to see past that tree. I think we're okay. Yep. Bike. If the camera goes up and down, it means I've nodded to a bike, which I've done all my riding life, and I'll always stop for a biker. bad boy. Went to over 50 then. Have to try and remember to keep the revs down. Oh, it does sound nice. I wouldn't mind doing another long tour on this one. Put the panniers on, tank, bag, and off you go. I always fancied doing Land's End to John O'Groats, but whether I'll get round to it now, I doubt. Last time I mooted going on a Land's End to John O'Groats trip was with a chum of mine that had got cancer, and he'd got a rather nice MGB based sports car. It was a Gilburn, made in Wales. It looked like a mini Aston Martin DB6, and I said, Keith, why don't we just go and do a trip? You know, let's just go and do Land's End to John O'Groats in your Gilburn and enjoy the summer. And he said, oh, there's no need, Alan, I'm going to get over this. We don't need to do that. And cut a long story short, he died 6 months after his wife died, actually. Dear old Keith. He was an allergy specialist. He'd been a GP, but he just didn't get on with it. So he got into allergies, you know, we're talking 20 years ago now, when it wasn't the popular thing. And I remember him saying to me even back then, the thing you have to be wary of, Alan, he said, is diesel particulates. And that was before anybody had mentioned diesel particulates. But then Keith was a bit strange. He used to bore everybody to death, but somehow I didn't mind. I certainly like to have him back now. I'm afraid I've lost too many friends. What a view, look at that, that's Stroud down there. Stroud, they call it the Seven Valleys. Actually, I've never been too keen on Stroud as a town, so I'm not going to go there now. I'm going to cut up this hill and go back a slightly different way. There's a lovely bit of common land on the left. People park up and walk there. It's fantastic views across there. You can see right across the Severn Plain into Wales. bit misty, you can't really see much over the river. That was interesting, they were filling up water bottles in that car. I didn't know there was a spring round this way that you could drink. There is one at Malvern. Look at that beautiful place there, that's stunning. Beautiful. The dovecot built into it. Okay, mate, you could do that easily. So I don't mind squeezing through gaps when I can line up and see, but I draw the line at white van man pulling out. I saw a bloke on a bike get T-boned by a white van man pulling out. He was a learner. He was on an MZ, which got a bit bent at the front end. There's another remnants of a dovecot. Nice World War I memorial there. Oh, there's the horses coming up. We better be very careful here. Don't want to upset the horses. Not much social distancing going on there with the kids.